I can't remember how we got here. We woke on this beach, naked and afraid. My son is with me, thank God. He's foraging a little ways down the beach. This is not a safe land, but it is bountiful in resources and stunning in its beauty. There are creatures here. Dangerous creatures. This is not a game. This is our story. Hello everyone, welcome here. My name is Xavian, and we are here on Ragnarok, and I know that we have started another series. This is the second series that I was interested in doing, and so here we are, and this one is going to be it's going to start off as a beginner's tutorial, and will eventually morph into a nomad series, and we thought it'd be kind of a lot of fun to basically, we'll have a main base, but to move around and have a lot of mobile bases. So we'll probably start off on rafts in this southwest island area here, and eventually we'll move on to the Ps4 platforms, maybe a Bronto platform base, a Quetzal base would be nice. And we'll just kind of see if we can have some fun with that. So, I know there are a lot of good tutorials and beginner tutorials out there. A lot of them that I've seen at least take place on the island, so I thought it'd be fun to do one on Ragnarok, and to do one where at least I haven't seen a lot of ones done. You see a lot of them done over in Viking Bay area, which is up in the north there. So I thought we would try one here in the southwest section. So this is also a tutorial in a series on the PlayStation 4. So you don't see a lot of that either, a lot of it's PC. So here we are on the PS4, and welcome to Zavrain's Nomad series. And so we're going to start off by creating a new survivor. Okay, so when you create a new survivor, this screen appears, and you basically can create whatever kind of survivor you wish. You can go up here and you could hit this randomize button, and you can see you can create all kinds of crazy looking characters. I am not a big fan of those, but I see a lot of people that do like them. If you flip over here, you can, if you had made a preset character, you can load one from before, and so on. And you can save a preset once you've made one that you like. So we're just going to go over here and reset to default, and I'll just start creating my character, and you just move these sliders left to right depending on where you want, and I think I'm about there. I usually like my hair color black, and that hair, as you see, is nice and short right now, but it will eventually grow in to be long. Eye color, green is fine. I usually like to, oh, and if you go over here and you hit your L2 and your R2 buttons, you can zoom in. And so I like to go over here and just make my jaw not quite so big. So I just go like this. Oh, yeah, that's the upper face. Let's try that. Same thing, that, and the lower face size. Just decrease the size of the jaw a bit. And zoom back out to the character. Okay, I'm happy with most of the rest of this. I usually like to narrow the hips a bit like that, and make the chest to make it a little bit smaller. Torso height, I'd like to make a guy a little bit taller, like that. Torso depth, if you flip and turn around, you can use your analog, your right analog stick, to kind of see the side view as you're going along. So now that I've changed some of the other things, I like to make the arms just a little bit smaller. So anyways, as you can see, you just kind of go along here and and just go along and custom create the character the way you want, or you could just start with the default. Whatever you prefer is fine. It's just there are options for you, and that's awesome. So I think I'm okay with this guy here. So we'll start him over here, and then you flip on over here with your left analog stick. You can move side to side. You can go over here and hit your X button, and then hit your circle button. Oh, sorry, not the circle button. Square button. Go backwards and just name your character. And hit your R2 when you're done, and you'll see down here, and you go over here. Oh, and before you create new survivor, just run up here and find your spawn point on the map that you wish to start. So for this case, they have all these recommended ones here. As you can see, they usually start up in the north there, around Viking Bay. But we're going to try, and I think you can try and make it to that island there. If you look over on the map at 60-20 area, there's a little island there with a big hole in the middle. There's a chain of islands there, and that's kind of where we want to start, but we can't start there. We have to start off the mainland and gather some materials and build ourselves a raft to sail over there. Now, I'm not certain. I think it's southwest 2 where we want to spawn. So let's give it a shot and spawn on over here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so you get this spawn in animation right here. It's kind of cool, and a little bit of an itchy arm, so you just sometimes something will kill you right as you're spawning in and you have no control, but it looks like we're gonna be okay. Okay, so the spawn in animation, yep, and there we go. Something is hitting me already, so do the first thing that I should be doing, which is running, and turn around and see what it is. Oh, and it is 3 Dilophosaurs. So we have no way of handling those guys right now, so let's just see if we can run away and lose those guys. Up here's some of those seagulls. They're pretty... I'm not sure if that was a seagull. There's a little dog. So let's just see if we can run away from those guys. I think we are in the right general area, so we're just going to see if we can lose them. Come back around here to this beach area. There's plenty of materials here. I like this area. This is the correct area to start off. Okay, I think we have lost them. Now, if you look over here, right here in a bay, which is really nice, and out there is where we're going to eventually sail to one of the islands. But first, we are going to have to collect some things. So, again, I spawned in. I got attacked right away from some Dilophosaurs, which we call Dillos. I'm running around. I'm just running around, moving my left analog stick and right analog stick to control the camera, and so I'm looking around, and so you see up there it says level up is available, so you'll gain levels as you proceed through, and with each level you gain some engram points. So if we look over and you hit your O button, you go up into your inventory right up at here, and you move your left analog stick, and over here on this side you have a crafting tab. So as you can see, we can start off with 0 level. Over here you can see Zavian, and you see I am level 1, and you can see head, hands, offhand, left. We won't worry about those right now. You can also see here in the center there what time of day it is. It's 11:18, the temperature is 22 degrees, and so on. And down here you see a whole bunch of stats, and we'll go through them as we carry on. And this right here, there just above the health bar, is the XP bar. Now that's your experience, and it will go up each level. And when you get to the end of the bar, you gain a new level, and you can put that into one of these attributes down here. So when you're first starting out, I always like to start out with weight, because you're going to quickly get encumbered as you start to pick up things and carry them. So we're going to put our first point into weight. Okay. So when you do that, this engram screen appears, And these are engrams. On the bottom left there, you can see points available. I have 8 engram points available to start here. And by putting that first experience point in, I now am at level 2 over here. So the default start, you can learn to make a stone pick and a torch. And now I can start spending my engram points. So I can buy a campfire, a stone hatchet, or a spear, and those are the points for each of those things. So we're going to start off. The first 2 most important things that you want is the stone pick and the stone hatchet. So we're going to learn the stone hatchet and use 3 of our engram points for now. And we're going to hit the O button and escape from here. Okay. And in order to make a stone hatchet, we go back into the inventory here. These are the things that I've collected now. They give you a bunch of these skins that you can put on. They're really not necessary. So if you want, you can just hit this drop all key and get rid of them and go back to crafting. And if you click on one of these or move over one of those, you'll see for the stone pick, which is what I want first, I need 1 stone, 10 thatch, and 1 wood. Well, let's go start by gathering some of those stuff. Now, so I can probably pick up some of this stuff on the ground. Maybe not that one. So we'll go over here and at this bush, and we'll hit the triangle button. And see, as we hit the triangle button, we're harvesting this bush. So you see, look, I got another level up already, and early on in game the level ups come fast, and as you progress, they go much slower. So as you can see, I'm getting fiber and all kinds of berries when I pick these bushes, which is really good, very important. And at first, you're probably going to eat a lot of these berries just to stay alive, because we're going to run into food and water problems very soon. First things you want to do is run up and you just find a tree and you punch it, and you hit that by hitting your R2 key, like that. Now, over into the right side, you'll notice some things. There's the up arrow that's flashing, that's showing me that I have a level up. Right below that, there's this weight icon, and you can see it's just a little bit, it's got a little bit of a line in the bottom there, so it's not very full, but as I punch and get more stuff. And below that, there's a water drop, which is my water. Below that, there's the food icon, which looks like a ham. And then there's the lightning bolt, which tells you how much stamina you have. If you run too far, it runs out, and you have to stop. And the little cross in the bottom is your health bar. So we're going to punch a couple of trees here, and see we're gathering thatch and wood. Okay, so now we're going to hit the O button again, and see we've collected all these berries, and I'm just going to put 1 set of these berries in the bottom of my hotbar, and that's what we have down here. It's called a hotbar. So if you click on any of these items, like this, and I'm going to click on these amber berries, and activate it, and I'm just going to go down here, and select a position in my hotbar, like that, and now I don't have to go into that inventory screen every time. I can just hit the corresponding button. So in this case, it's the down key here, and I am eating a berry. And you'll see the little food icon on the right appear, and that helps my food. So now I'm eating a little bit, and that's awesome. So, oh, and you'll notice those skins that I dropped before, they're in this bag right here, and I can hit there and hit my triangle key and access inventory, and I can pick all that stuff up again if I wanted to. There was a use for that, but we'll show you that later. So again, we got a nice thunderstorm going on. So let's go into the crafting tab now. We've collected some stuff, and we hover over our pick again, and you see I have enough thatch and I have enough wood, but I need some stone. Okay, stone. Let's go see. There should be some stone that you can just pick up off the ground. Oh, look, there we go. Pick up 15 stone right there. So now I'm going to go back into my inventory, into the crafting tab, and you see now it's highlighted. So now I'm going to hit my X button twice, and it's going to craft me a stone pick. And when that stone pick is crafted, go back into my inventory, you'll see it here in my inventory. So I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to put that down here to my hotbar, and then get out of my inventory, and now I'm going to hit that left key, and now I have equipped my stone pickaxe. Isn't that exciting? Now we have a stone pickaxe, and you just hit that hotbar key again, you can pick something else. I can eat another berry if I want, and hit the stone axe out. Now the first thing we want to do with this is collect some rocks. So we find a pile of rocks. Now there are some rocks Like some of these big ones, if you go like that, you can't harvest them at all. They're just permanent and you can't do anything with them. But most of these rocks, you can go up to them and you hit your R2 and you hit the rocks. And you see with each hit I'm getting some flint and some stone. So I'm just going to hit this until this rock breaks. And that rock is broken. I hit the O key. We'll go back into my inventory. And you'll see that I have now picked up 51 stone and some metal. 5 metal was in that rock, which is exciting because metal we'll need a little bit later on, and I've picked up some flint, 100 flint. So now I do have slightly boosted rates from official servers for the sake of making videos and time. So whereas I think the 6-man dedicated tribes, I think they're 3 times gathering and 3 times taming, we've boosted a little bit, so we have 5 times gathering and 5 times taming. So not a lot, but just a little bit, so that we don't grind quite as long. Now you'll notice I have 3 points available down here under my XP for level ups. So again, I am going to take and I'm going to put them all into weight at this point. And I think I have slightly boosted weight as well, but not by much. And so we'll put those all into weight. And so now you'll see I am now a level 5 player. Okay, and now my weight has gone up from 100, so I've put them all to weight to 300 pounds that I can now carry. And so as you can see, the level ups are coming quick and fast. Even if you just stand here and do nothing, they start to level up. But that will quickly go away as you get to higher levels. So now I'm going to go back into my inventory here and craft myself the next thing I'm really interested in. The next 2 things really. I want a stone hatchet, and I'll take a torch, because when nighttime comes it will be important. So then go back over into my inventory, and you'll see the stone hatchet there. I'll highlight it, and I'll bring it down to my inventory, and I'll do the same thing with the torch, like that. So, now, you go over to a tree, say, and you hit it with your pickaxe. You'll see you get 73 thatch and 3 wood. Okay, so with the pickaxe you get mostly thatch and some wood, but if you pull out your hatchet and you hit it, you'll see now you're getting 52 wood and 7 thatch. So just kind of reversed depending on what you're looking for. Same thing happens when you run over to these rocks. You hit a rock with the hatchet and you'll get mostly stone. See, 21 stone and 2 flint. And you bring out the pickaxe and you'll get mostly flint. 16 flint and 1 stone. So depending on what you're looking for, there are tools for everything. So we'll just harvest this thing up here, and you'll notice the weight icon over in the side there is getting full. So we're soon going to have to make something now. That's a brontosaurus over there. You can hear him stepping around. So far we found a pretty safe area. One of the things to take note of too is whenever you're near water by rivers, you'll find these round rocks. These are good, especially when you're starting off, because you hit the round rocks like this, you not only get stone and the flint, but if you hit a bit like that, oh, that one made me a liar, they also tend to give you some metal. Now there you see I got 2 metal out of that one and 3 metal. So that's good. So that's your early source of metal. Now you see now it's saying I'm hot, I need to cool down. So let's go up here and see if we can do the next thing, and then we just put our thing away, hit the triangle button, and we're gonna get some more. Oh, picked up some wood. See, one of the most important resources you can get off of these bushes is fiber. Now early on the best way to do it is just pick them by hand. Come on, need that bush. And let's go back into here and see I have 2 more level ups, and again I am just gonna put them into weight at this point. Eventually next thing I'm gonna hit is stamina, and then probably some movement speed so I can run away. So we're just going to put everything into weight for now, and now we are level 7, and we've unlocked all these things. Now we don't need all them yet, and our engram points down is now 45 is available. Next thing we want to learn is this spear, so we can defend ourselves. We will learn some clothing here, so we'll have to learn these cloth pants. So we'll spend all that, and we'll learn a water skin. Now we'll need some hide to eventually make that, which we don't have yet. We'll have to get that by killing an animal. but we will want that. And we're going to start, and we're going to have to learn foundations. And we will have to learn a sleeping bag, but we really want to get to the bed, which is right down here. So eventually, if something kills me, I can spawn back in a bed rather than just in these random locations and having to run back to where I was. So we're going to learn the bed, and as you can see, there's prerequisite for learning the bed, and so I have to use my points for that as well. And the prerequisite will be that sleeping bag, so I'll say accept, and so I've learned that now. So we'll leave it at that, and we will go over and see if we can craft ourselves some of those clothes. So we'll start with the pants. We want to be respectable looking. Shirt, hat, and we cannot learn the armband yet because I do believe you need some hide for that, and the shoes. We also need hide for the shoes. But we will make ourselves a couple of spears so that we are not entirely defenseless, which won't help us a whole lot. And we'll put that spear, and if you just double click the X button, it'll just pick the next hotbar slot in the bottom. So now if you hit your R1 button, it'll flip on over on the bottom, as you can see. Maybe you can see a little better in this view. And then you hit your square, and now you have your spear. Okay, isn't that exciting? And you take your R2 button and you jab your spear, and you can actually throw that. Oh, sorry, you can actually throw that spear if you hit your R2 button. And there's a little reticle that appears where you can aim, and you can actually throw that spear. Let's see if we can hit a tree over here. No, and it's gone. But you can go over here, see, and if you just walk over top of it, you pick it back up, which is good. So that's awesome. And so here we are. That's kind of the basics so far. And we want to be at level 16 is kind of our goal. It's level 16, so we're just going to keep doing some more stuff here. Oh, and what we should do, so another level up there, is we're quickly getting overweight here. So what we're going to do is craft the next important thing to start off with. And if you're going in here and you don't have a level up point to spend, although we do, you can just get into this inventory and then hit your options key, and it'll bring you to the engram points screen. And the most important thing is that level 4 is this storage box. We want to learn that. Okay, so then you go back in crafting, and do we have what we need to make a storage box? Yes, we do. If it's highlighted like that, it means you do. It tells you need fiber, thatch, and wood. We're going to make a storage box, and set that down here for us. Seems to be a relatively safe area to start, so we're just going to kind of stick around this area until we're ready to venture out. We'll eventually build our raft right here and place it in. So for now, I'm going to go back into our inventory now, and instead of putting in our hotbar this time, we're going to hit R2. And you see, that brings it around. Whenever the thing is green, you can place it now. Many things you can't place unless you first place the foundation, but storage boxes you can place just anywhere. So we're just going to place this guy right down here for us. Hit there, and then you hit your, you hit your square. And then you could still rotate the box if you wish to, however you wanted to, and once you're happy with where it is, you hit your square key, and there's your storage box. Now, you can see pick up allowed, so that's one of the new homestead features that put into Ark, to try to mimic, it's part of S+, which is for the PC gamers. We have 30 seconds once we okay, there's a Pteranodon. We have 30 seconds to pick something up if we've made a mistake in placing it without losing it, and that's great. So this is a Pteranodon. This is one of the first flyer, well, probably the first flyer that we'll be going after. Once we're ready, we'll try to tame one of these, and if you look a little close, you can see it's a female Pteranodon, level 18, not a very good level. But then we will try to tame ourselves one of those, and as soon as, of course, you try to hit them, they will fly away. So, as you can see, they're not aggressive most of the times, unless you steal their eggs. So we will eventually tame one of those and fly one of those, and now that will be an exciting day. So for now, I'm going to take this box and hit the triangle key, and now we're in the inventory of the box. Now you have transfer all keys like this, in or out, and you have it here. And you have also in our inventory, you can drop everything, you can transfer everything, and you can do folder views and stuff, which we don't really need to look at right now. So right now I'm just going to put the metal in there because you can see it's 16 pounds in the bottom right. It's pretty heavy. So we'll take some of that, take the stone, and just put some of that heavier stuff in there. Like that, and now our weight is down and we can go collect some more things for our raft. Now I believe the raft is level 16, so we got a ways to go to collect some stuff. And so we're at level 7. I think level 10 an exciting change happens that changes the game. But so for now we're going to put on some clothes. So if we hit over here and select that, and then we hit R2, it puts the clothes on. And now you'll notice over here on the U thing here, down here where the legs were, it now has a pair of pants on. You've equipped them. So you go over there, same thing, and this will now equip on your torso, as you'll see, and the hat on the head. So now you can see this is the armor. These are armor ratings that these things have, and cloth does not have a lot of armor. It has armor of 10 and has some hyperthermic insulation and hypothermic insulation. That basically means how much it helps you against hot or cold. Now, hyperthermic here, 15, is against the heat. So now you see we have 15 armor against heat. So if you're in a hot zone, which our temperature here right now is 21 degrees, we're not really, you'd want to wear cloth, at least one of the things, that will keep you a little bit cooler. And it's not very good against the cold. As you can see, hypothermic, it's only 8. And its durability is 25, which means you get hit by a couple dinos, or small dino just once, it'll break your shirt. And then you're next. So let's try not to experience that, but we will. Expect to die a lot in Ark when you first start. This is kind of normal. And so here we go, another engram point. We already have 400 weight, so I think at this point we're going to put 1 into stamina, just so that we can run a little bit faster in case something happens. Now here, we could already learn a slingshot to knock out a Dillo, and we might do that, but I'm not sure. We only have 9 points, so let's be careful with them. What we're really looking for is down here, level 9, which we haven't unlocked yet. These are bolas. Now they're essential for even capturing that Pteranodon that we looked at. They can immobilize certain of the smaller prey, while you can kill them and run away, or I mean kill them and harvest them, or just run away. It gives you some time. And level 10 is what we're looking for, and that's a game changer right here, is the bow and arrows. So we want the bow and arrows, and that will be exciting when we get there. That will allow us to do some kills from a distance, which is much safer. So let's just go and harvest up some more stuff here. And we'll just get a little bit of everything, some thatch, some wood, and so we'll run up over here. And if you unequip everything, we'll just pick up these rocks on the ground, which is really nice. We can pick up some of this wood. Good, and let's get our hatchet out here. Let me see, we're almost overweight again. Then we'll keep, oh, the sun is shining, and with these dead branches on the ground, you can also harvest them. And look, and now I am encumbered. You'll see that big heavy weight sign in the bottom, and you'll see my weight engram thing on the side there. It's full. I can barely move. This would be a bad state to be in if something was chasing me. Though fortunately nothing is. So, didn't we put our box over here somewhere? Or am I on the wrong side? I think we're over there. So, one of the things you can do to alleviate this if you have this problem is transfer your stuff into a box, which we're going to work our way over to. And there it is. Or, you can go into your inventory, and for some reason, raw materials, like you see 100 wood there, is 50 pounds. Wood and stone are really heavy. 75 stone is 37 pounds. So you can go into crafting, and for some reason, let's craft ourselves another hatchet, another torch, another pickaxe, and now we can actually do, we'll craft ourselves a foundation because we will need those. We'll do a couple. Actually, and if you're here, you can hit the X, you can do them one at a time. But if you hit the triangle, it will craft everything that you can with the resources that you have. So I hit the triangle now and see if I can create 5 thatch foundations. So as that happens, you can still move around. You can see I'm still encumbered, and over there it's showing I still got 3. Ooh, there's a big fish swimming around. Now one of the things that does happen is crafted things weigh less than the resources it takes to make them. And so that's one of the tricks that you can learn. If you have a bunch of stuff, and now I'm totally encumbered now. That should have worked the other way. Usually when you craft stuff and you get rid of your raw resources, your weight becomes less. Now somehow I gained weight by crafting stuff, which is I didn't understand. Anyways, let's just we'll eat some berries. Fill up our food a little bit. We do have a level up, so we'll just use it right away. We have 2. And we are going to put them straight into weight. Okay, so I am now level 10. People, this is exciting because now we're going to learn some exciting things. We're here. We're going to learn ourselves the bow. We're going to learn the stone arrows. And I think the next thing, the bolas. And you know what? A boomerang. There won't be any sand around here. If there was sand around here, we could use that to knock things out. But we can do the next best thing, and you learn a wooden club. Oh, and we only have 2 points available, so we can't. Okay, so we're stuck here. Let's see if we have what it takes to make a bow. Well, no, but we can make some arrows. So look, we make 7 arrows, and we go over here onto the bow, and we need fiber to make here for a second and put our stuff in here. Put our foundations in there, a bunch of our wood. It's weighing us down. Okay. That. Up here you'll see these black berries. Now you can eat all of these berries for nourishment, and these are berry seeds which you can grow later in crops, and we'll deal with that at the time. Eat all of them, but I don't suggest eating the stem berries. They will dehydrate you very quickly. So if you're not near water, you will die of thirst. They are useful though if something stings you and tries to put you to sleep, and they will keep you awake. And these purple berries, or major berries, they are one of the best things to tame herbivores until you have their actual kibble and so on. And you can eat all those. Don't eat the blackberries. The blackberries are used for making narcotics. You eat those, they will put you to sleep. And once we make narcotics with them, we will also put animals to sleep and tame them. But again, that's for later on. So right now, we have a level up. So we're going to put another one into stamina. And let's just go run up here and harvest some more stuff. We'll just get some more wood and thatch. The other pickaxe out. Get some more thatch and wood. Here we'll run to this rock. We get some more flint and stone. And then we'll get switch up the hatchet, and we'll get some more stone and wood. And we'll put everything away. And let's just see. Is there some bushes here? Nothing dangerous. Let's harvest these bushes. Get some more fiber and berries. Okay. Now, let's see if we can now craft the bow. And we can craft one bow, and we need more fiber. So, the bows, like everything else, has a durability rating, and they don't last that long after you fire X amount of arrows. It will break. And so it's probably a good idea to start off and make 2 right away, just so you have a spare, because they will tend to break at the most inopportune time, and then you will die. So we'll make 2. Why is it not allowing me to make it? It doesn't want me to make this bow, so let's just level up while we're here. We're going to start putting a little bit into movement speed so that we can actually run. Okay, I am level 12, and let's equip our bow in the bottom here, and we're going to put it in this slot where we have my torch. I like to, the first 4 slots are the easiest to get to without hitting the R2, the L1 button. So I can go and just equip my bow like that. You'll see it's showing down. I have 7 arrows. I equipped 1, so now I have 6 left, and so that's cool. We don't want to waste any arrows, so we'll just put that away for now. And over there. Now over there, you'll see there's a purple light in the sky. Oh, okay, another Pteranodon ending here. You safe? Purple light in the sky. Those are drops, loot drops. Now, if you can get to those, they have different colors, so you have to be certain levels to get them. The purple is a pretty high level. If you can get to those and open them, there's loot in there. Sometimes good things and sometimes not so good things. So, whenever you get drops, you really want to go over and have a peek and see if you can get some good freebies. Okay, so what will it take to make ourselves some more arrows? And we can already make ourselves 50 arrows so that we're not entirely defenseless. This is a game changer here. The next thing we are going to have to do is go do a little bit of hunting. And hunt some of those Dilophosaurs that were chasing us early on. Hopefully, or maybe we can find some dodos, which are like little chickens. They would be a little bit easier so they don't fight back. And we can get ourselves some hide. And then we can start equipping, making like our boots and those cloth gauntlets. And most importantly, we're going to need quite a bit of hide to go ahead and make our bed and our sleeping bag and our raft, which is kind of what we're working toward here. So, as you can see, say it's sleeping bag, I need fiber and hide. Hide I don't have. Oh, we do have, well, we didn't have a level up, but we're level 12. We got to get to level 16. So, one of the things that helps you level up is just to keep crafting stuff. So we're just going to keep putting the stone, especially the wood in here, because that weighs so much. And there are only so many slots in these small boxes, and then we can probably just make another box. And so on. And now our weight is much better. Some of that flint in there. Okay, as you can see, the sun is starting to set. Pretty soon it will be nighttime and we will be getting cold. Now, we had learned a fire. We will want to make ourselves a fire here. And what do we need? I thought we had learned the fire. Did we not learn the fire? Okay, inventory. And options. Oh, we didn't learn the campfire. Oh, that was important. We need to learn that. And so, campfire, you need some flint, stone, thatch, and wood. Let's see if we can get some. There's some thatch. We'll get some flint off of here. And pull the axe out and get some wood. And let's see if we can make ourselves a fire. Well, one of the tricks you can do is if you go like this and you put the engram down in a slot down here, like this, all you have to do now is hit on that corresponding slot and it tells you, oh, I'm missing stone. This is one of the handiest ways to make things. So I'm missing stone. So I'm just going to go chop a little bit of stone because the stone was in red there. So go like that. And look, and then once you have enough materials, it'll actually just craft it for you there. Which is excellent. Yeah, actually craft it too. This is good if you want to craft multiple things of the same type. You don't really need that many fires. But it'll gain us, as you can see, our level ups. It's gaining us experience. So we will now take that engram out of there. Just put torch in there. Instead, oh, wrong button. Torch. Why are you not highlighting torch? Well, we'll just double click it and then it's down there. Okay, now go over here. We've made a couple of fires. We're just gonna R2 it, and fire is green, so that means we should be able to place it right there. And there, you just hover over it until you see that access inventory, hit the triangle button, and you're gonna put some wood in there. So put some wood in there, like that. And you'll see there's a little snowflake on the bottom of your screen. That means you're getting cold. If we actually go into our inventory and you see now time of day is 2200 hours and temperature is 11 degrees. So it's dropped from our 21, 22 where we were at earlier. So you go there. And the Pteranodon is determined to hang out here. That's kind of cool. And so what we're going to do is access that inventory, put the wood in it, and then you just see it's now light fire. So you hit the triangle button and it lights the fire. And see now if you just walk away from it, the heat source, the snowflake comes back where you're cold. Now the cold will cause your food and your water to go down quicker and kill you faster. So if you get near the fire, you see you got some warmth and the snowflake should go away. See? You go over here. Now, you can just go in the water. Water is very dangerous generally. Most places you don't want to go in the water. If you have to go, quick take a peek, see what's around. If anything most things in the water will kill you. Nothing right there. It's good. There are rocks we could harvest. But if you just stand in the water and hit the O key. Not the O key. Square. Oh, my water is full. I'm pretty sure it's triangle. You hit triangle and you take a drink of water. See, my water is full now. So, back up here. Now, hopefully, the only other nice thing we would have needed is if we had had some food already. If we had killed an animal, we would have been able to have 3 slots in here. We would have been able to put some meat in here and cook up some meat that we could eat. You don't want to eat it raw because it will kill you. It's not good for you. But if you cook it and eat it, that's awesome. So, for right now, we have survived our first day. Had to run away from some dillos. Found ourselves a nice little covey spot where we can collect some stuff. We got a box going here. Let's just put some more of our stuff in there in case we die. Then we won't lose all this stuff, especially the metal, which is going to be crucial a little bit later on. So that wood, that thatch in there, stone, and the berries. As you see, the berries, they have a timer on them now. Most of them are. See, like there's a good example right there. There's a green line on it. That's a spoiling timer. Now when that runs out, those berries will spoil and disappear out of your inventory. Same thing happens with meat when you get it. It will spoil, but then it will turn into rotten meat, and we'll talk about that later on. That will not disappear out of your inventory, but it is useful for another cause. Now another thing you could do over here, if you're cold, like this with a snowflake, you have that torch. Ooh, what a beautiful view up there. You can equip that torch like this by hitting your L1. So you move over and then hit your triangle and you have equipped your torch now. Isn't that cool? And that torch, if you're not too cold, will also help the snowflake go away. But apparently, right now here it is too cold. Now, if we put the torch away, let's just see what happens. If you are in a zone where it's really cold, that snowflake will turn into like this ice cube. That is really bad. If you get the ice cube, you will die really fast and lose your health. With the snowflake, you still have quite a bit of time, and your food and water will go down slowly, but it's not terrible. The snow cube of death, it's time to run and get near fire really quickly, otherwise you will die fast. So, you can go like this, and as you can see, in my hotbar there on the torch, there's also that blue line on the bottom, just like with the berries, and the bow, and everything, and you'll see the pickaxe, for example, and the hatchet, those blue lines are going down, that's their durability. So once those blue lines reach 0, or disappear at the end there, those things will break. Now you can repair them then or drop them. And so on. You can see I have my 3 spears there, and there's no blue line there. And they also have the durability, but because I haven't used them yet, they're full. So, get the torch back out, and I think, looking at that beautiful Milky Way sky, assuming this is Earth, but no, it's not likely Earth, it's Ragnarok. So, here we are. The start of the first, we've survived the first day, and we're well on our way to surviving the first night. So, let's just have a peek here. Let's see what time it is. So I'm going to end the video right here, and we will continue on next time. Oh, and over there, sorry, just before we go, over there in the distance you can see this huge tower thing with a light. Those things are called obelisks. Okay, now they have special important features, but there are 3 of them on the map. You can't see any of the other ones from here. That one is green. There's also a red and a blue one, and they kind of help you to navigate early on. See, way over there's another one. I think that's the blue one over there, as you can see it kind of shining in the distance. Oh, and one thing I didn't show you, if you take your touchpad and hit it, it'll bring up your map, and then hit your L2, you can bring your map up close. This is the map of Ragnarok. So you can see, when I'm turning around, it's showing me the distances and the directions, right? With the arrow. Me, that's where we are right down there. And you see that there's this island over here with a hole in the middle, that crater island. It's not our destination, but there's a whole group of islands here. And I think our destination is a little bit more an island over in this area somewhere. Once we make our raft, we'll sail over there. And there's an island called Docks Island. And that's kind of where I'm thinking we'll make our, like, a home base. Kind of only a mini home base since we're going to be on the move. But that's our goal, to try to get to there. So you take and put the map away, hit your touchpad again, and it's gone. And there we go. And thus we will end the first video here. We'll just do this quick level up. And we have got our weight up to 500, which isn't bad. And our movement, we'll put a little bit more into Stamina or movement speed? It's a up thing. Do you run faster and tire out quicker, or do you run longer? We'll put another one into stamina. So we'll kind of go between stamina and movement speed right now. And we are now at level 13. 3 more levels, people. We will be ready to build the raft. Now we won't have had the resources yet. We're going to have to go out and kill something. So that will be the next big challenge for us. We have the bow and arrow, so that will probably be for the next video. That will be it for this one. So hope you've enjoyed, and look forward to seeing you next time. If you've liked this tutorial and video and would like to show some support for this channel, that would be awesome since we're new and we're starting out. Hit the like button and subscribe, and leave some comments if you like, and some questions and some tips even if I've missed stuff, and we'll see you next time.